Good morning, Meadow Park. This is Mr. Paul Warrior with your Friday morning announcements for Friday, April 24th, 2020. Today is also Hat Day, and if you could see, for those of you who know me, you know, and I still call them the California Angels, I am a huge Angel baseball fan. And the reason I wear this hat, if you remember a couple of months ago, we talked about what really makes you happy. And what I explained in a flag deck is we find the most happy that we are is when we do something that has purpose and meaning. So no, this hat does not have a lot of purpose, but it definitely has a lot of meaning to me, and let me explain why. When I was growing up, and I remember specifically like kindergarten, first and second grade, we had an old television, and every Angel game was not on TV. In fact, only a handful of them were. And this was back in the day, if you can believe it, we didn't even have remote controls. We'd have to go and change the channel. But one of the great things that we would do in the summer is my mom would make a meal, and we would lay out our blankets and our sleeping bags on the living room floor, and we would just listen to the Angel games until we fell asleep. So I remember pretending I was hitting a home run like Bobby Bonds or fielding one like Bobby Grich. And then later, my brothers and I would spend hours, and I mean hours, playing wiffle ball in the front yard using my dad's Volkswagen van as a backstop. And I remember leaning into a pitch like I was pretending I was Don Baylor, my brother pretending that he was Nolan Ryan. And I think one of the highlights, in 2002, my brothers and I, and my brother was sick at this time, we got to go to a World Series game. And it was so exciting to be at Angel Stadium with just thousands of people all coming together just to root for the Angels. So whenever I put on this hat, people might think, hey, this is just an Angel baseball cap. But for me, it's absolutely flooded with memories. And when we think about flooding with memories during this time when you're all at home doing your emergency distant learning, I gave you the challenge of how you can spread some joy. So I would like to read some things that other students are doing that may seem simple, but I know that they have a huge impact. So I know that Sydney, she's making chalk board games in the front yard and making games for her family. And Lila, she loves to FaceTime her aunts and her uncles just to make sure that they have that connection with them. I have Ava, who loves creating art projects around the house, and then of course me and Isabel being just great big sisters. I see somebody like Christopher in the TK, what he loves to do without even mom asking is making sure not only his room is clean, but the entire house, which we really appreciate. There's somebody like Zoe in the second grade. What Zoe likes to do is give little bubble packets to her neighbors just so they can blow bubbles, and I know that Mrs. Wood would certainly appreciate that, so thank you, Zoe. You look at somebody like the Cove family, and they've created a book library for their neighbors. They clean them all up, but we know that sometimes we get tired of looking at the computer. So sometimes having a good old-fashioned book in your hand is absolutely a fun thing to do, so we thank them for that. I love the fact that something like Wyatt and Branson, if you walk around and you see chalk art or you see little rocks around the Woodbridge neighborhood, it just might be them because they like to paint inspirational messages, and we really appreciate them doing that. So I know I worked with Mrs. Mann yesterday, and the student council is going to be putting together a video of how they're spreading joy in the Meadow Park community, just so we can all help each other out. So we thank you for that. That video is soon going to be coming out within the coming weeks. And some of you have created videos because we know they're not here. It's going to be Teacher Appreciation Week. So many of you have sent letters. You have also given pictures or have done art, or you have created videos. So I have that information on that school messenger if you would still like to submit that. So with that in mind, thank you, Meadow Park, for all that you are doing. I had an opportunity, I know I said I would visit every class, and I'm almost there this week. I'm going to try to hit a few more of them today. And if I don't see you this week, I'm definitely going to jump in next week. You know Mr. P, once he gets in a classroom, he has a tendency to stay, and then time just gets away from me. So Meadow Park, I miss you. I can't wait to see you. I know after being on the computer for a couple hours, I love taking a walk around the lake, and I get the opportunity to see many of you during that time. So stay safe. If there's anything I can do for you, please never hesitate to email me. We are a Meadow Park family, and I appreciate everything that you do. Take care.